Alright, hopefully I don't have to do anything. I think it should be fine. Guess we'll see over time. What the frick is this? Alright. Boom. 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 Hello. I don't know what is going on. Oh, it is there. Ha! It is there. It does exist. Huh. Let's put it there. Yeah, you have to do it again. Huh? You said this one, but I was like, and it's actually, who's young? What? Am I confused? Like, I'm confused. This one. Zhao Long. Okay. Isn't he from... what's it called? Genshin? Or have I completely blanked out on it? Why does it look fine on here, but it looks like... Oh, Yang, okay. I didn't know the context of what was going on, okay? I genuinely was like, what in the world are you talking about for a second? I wonder if I transform reset this. Nope, that is still weird. Huh. So I'm gonna do a marathon layer. It serves back on every digital platform. Oh, that means the deal finally went through. That's good. Sorry, I'm testing this thing out. As you do. So now, wow, you're just going to admit that's the thing that's happening. Well, all I can say is, I don't know. See where she's in. She's been like that for a while. Why does it look better in here than over here? Huh, I'm gonna have to test this later. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get my regular chip back before we continue into the depths that is this chaotic frickin' case. Copy. Anyway, hopefully you guys have been doing well. Huh. Weird. Anyway. Anyway. Huh. So weird. Oh, what the frick? Why is chat like this? Alright. This is weird. Alright. Chat's fixed for now. Yeah, it's fixed now. Okay, now let's continue. was gonna say, how is Weiss behind her own self? How does that work? Anyway, to the game. Isn't like this, it's like that. I don't know, it's been weird. Anyway. So, before, when I was trying to get a thumbnail, I ended up being like, oh, why can't I move? This is why. Take me a while to accept the new chat. Well, it's not like it's working currently, so it's gonna take a while for me to even get it to work. Because it cuts off most of the... Because it cuts off some of the freaking writing, and I don't know why. Alright, there, now it's fixed. Please stay fixed. My cat away. Oh boy. Anyway, we begin.
Must be about a year ago now. I wrote a really long story based on some of my father's old notes. It's about one of Hurley's greatest exploits. I call it the Hound of the Baskerville.
I keep saying Bakersville. I don't know why. But then Mr. Sloan's forbade you from publishing it. And to put the manuscript somewhere where nobody could get their hands on it. Where did we live off again? Susato-san's back. She saved our butts in court, and now we're continuing on to part 2. Point is, all we know is that there is a doppelganger afoot. And that we're assuming maybe the guy was already... that he was hiding in the balloon up in the sky and wasn't actually down there. Bakersville and Bakersfield are both known places. Maybe that's why it's in my brain.
So nobody knows anything about it, apart from Hurley and I.
Is this just filled with pastry? It does.
But for some reason, you knew the title of it, didn't you, Susie? Oh, it sounds so exciting. This Hound of the Baskerville. I should love to read it.
Is it actually? I don't think it's just filled with pastries, but I think it probably has some bakeries.
And you wouldn't tell me how'd you come to know it?
I'm trying. Golly.
Yes, but I made you a promise that I would explain one day, didn't I? I think it's time. Oh! I'm sorry I had to keep it from you for so long, Iris.
Hounds of the Baskerville. Baskerville. Hello.
It was completely by accident that I came to know the title of your manuscript, Iris. It was a short while before we left Japan. I was clearing Father's study and I saw something on his writing desk.
So it is Baskerville. Haha! I got it!
A large box of papers. There's a label
Affixed. Baskerville? What the frick? Holy moly.
There was a label affixed to the box that was written in English. It reads, "The Hound of the
Baskerville. Baskerville. The Hound of the Baskerville. What? I think this is gonna get even worse. Well, as Ryunosuke said, what? Baskerville. Baskerville. I'm gonna go with Baskerville.
My Baskerville story? Of course, I had no idea what it was at the time. But Father came in and...
Susato, what are you doing?
Oh, Father?
Did you look at those papers?
No, I simply read the label, that's all.
Wonder why he's so suspicious of it. And if this is such an important thing, don't leave it on your desk. We'll put it out of your mind.
Sorry?
Forget that you ever saw it, and certainly don't tell anyone else about this. Do you understand? Yeah, I wonder what this is all about. Not suspicious at all? Uh-huh, sure. But what was Iris's manuscript doing in Japan?
I have no idea. But when I heard Iris mention the word Baskerville that day, the title just slipped out. I would never have guessed that it was an unpublished account of one of Mr. Schlom's exploits.
That's the face of a man you can trust. Well, yeah, but not when he all of a sudden leaves something on the desk and gets very upset that the daughter was cleaning up the study. He left something out and then got mad at her for his incompetence.
When I returned to Japan, I asked Father to explain, but he refused to answer any of my questions. And there's no sign of the big box in his office.
Your dad just has a giant box on his desk that says something important that he doesn't want other people to know? Why would you light a match? That's just gonna cause you more problems.
That's really all I know about it. I have no doubt that Father has a very good reason for being so secretive about it, but still.
A giant mess. Oh, so him and Mikotomo would get along.
I made up my mind to explain myself to both of you. Well, thank you for being so honest, Susie.
Worse than my mess. Oh boy. I don't even know how bad is your mess, but I'm assuming if it's a worse than a mess previously, that's something. I didn't know who... It was me who did it. What do you... Oh, is that what you're gonna say? Well, with the way that you act, they probably would be like, it was you. That's an exploit. Oh boy.
So, Mr. Naruto, I'm ready to start investigating if you are. Committed every detail about the case to memory. And Iris told me about the disturbing happenings at the Waxwork Museum as well.
So, you're fully abreast of the situation already, Miss Sato. Expect nothing less, to be honest.
I would think our first port of call should be to investigate this Mr. Drebber, the engineer responsible for building the elaborate machine that was used to effect this extraordinary trick.
Yes, a conjurer of sorts, by the sound of it. Well known in the fields of science and magic.
Then we need to go and arrest him.
Well, yes. He must know the truth behind this case, so I agree we really do need to find the man. Am I that obvious? Well... You saying the first thing is light it on fire really tells a lot about your personality? And if you're in an environment where it was your father, I think he would know immediately. Like that type of thing?
It sounds like it's a case of tracking someone down. Which is a job for the police, or a great detective.
Fair enough. Yeah, because if you were Sasato, it would be your own father's study. Are we supposed to guess who she might be thinking of? We don't have much time, so we need to get started straight away, I think.
Good idea. Well, best of luck then.
Oh, you're not coming today?
I'm going to
Brixton? I think it's Brixton. We're gonna go with Brixton.
I'm going to Brixton Road shortly for the herb market. But let me know later on how...
Oh my goodness gracious.
And let me know later on.
Oh my gosh.
But let me know later how you got on, won't you?
That's the same thing as I did. Wow. Hello. That's your defense. Oh, my dad would do it, so I'm completely free. Yeah, say that to your father. I wonder how well that would go. That was a little abrupt. The pull of the herb market must be strong. Hooray! Let's see. Why? Oh, I guess it's just not. Okay, I guess we'll go see Shloms at Madame Tussauds. Over from the tree. Oh boy. 23rd of October, Madame Tussauds. Well, good timing, Val. You get to see Madame Tussauds, your favorite.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I understand that. I can understand that.
I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but...
Yes, he should be. That's what he's doing for a job. For money.
There's no sign of Mr. Shloms anywhere.
That's strange. He should be here, investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Really? She's not here? At all? Huh. I would have expected her to be here. I guess we'll see her later. I genuinely thought she was gonna be here. I guess... We'll go the experiment stage. Well, I'll show her profile to make you feel better until she shows up. Because she should show up at some point. 23rd of October, the Great Exhibition Grounds, foot of the Crystal Tower.
Oh, it's a puppy! There's a puppy!
Oh my god. Sorry, there's a cute little puppy, and that was so cute. Anyway, here's Esmeralda Tussauds. There you go. I want to see the puppy.
I had no idea there were so many people in the world.
I know what you mean. It's really packed here today.
It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds to this point.
When I say something very cute, yes, my voice goes up in high pitch. No, I think Val just likes pretty ladies. If we're gonna be honest. He likes Casterus, and he also likes Madame Tussauds. I think he I like a pretty lady. Has it? I shut my brain down so I don't really notice, to be honest.
Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruto.
But yeah. Cute things, yeah, sometimes my voice gets higher pitched. Like the seals in Honkai Star Rail, I find those so adorable. We're both cats after all. Yeah, you might be, for all we know. There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show your mugs before long. Look at the puppy! Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual. Oh, wow, he's being nice to Sasato. Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since we last met. What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning. Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side.
Oh, why, thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
He might be... he might be a bit rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. And you've probably guessed... Wow, that was so loud. Holy mo... Yeah, it's a good theme. I'm just gonna say the composer, he did a great job. As you probably guessed, we're hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right, well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi, get over here, Gina. Look at the puppy! The little puppy, the little puppy. Have you experienced the glitches too? No, she's been in my inventory, technically. I haven't finished leveling her up. She was only outside of the character thing during stream, so I haven't had anything else. She seems to be busy playing with the puppy. Probably giving it a traditional East End training.
Gina, she's a police officer now?
Oh yeah, she doesn't know that. She has some visual bugs. Oh. I guess I haven't had it. Oh. Yeah, that can happen. Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Yep, I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Paul. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. What do you mean? And then makes it... Wow, that is a weird visual glitch. Does it mean because she actually smiling menacingly? Oh boy. Well, we'll see what happens when it happens. At least it's only a visual glitch and not like breaking the game. So hopefully they can figure out how to fix it. I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London. Oh, Gregson's leaving London. I mean, when you leave, really. Oh, so we really are alike. I can't believe it. Gregson's leaving us. Can you believe that?
Oh no, really?
That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea. Where are you going to be posted then? We'll come to see how you're getting along. What do you mean good riddance? He's been helpful. Not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is. You're going to France? Hey, Paul, you got a roommate. You got a new roommate. He's going to live with you in France. They had to spend more time on the dragons rather than her model. I guess. Still prefer Gumshoe? Well, Gumshoe's always gonna be the fan favorite. I just love that he's going to France. Of all the countries he could have gone to, or all the cities, he won't be coming back, are you sure? Yeah. What does that mean? To France? I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. Should be right up my alley. But France, it's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there? That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. Let's hope he's comes back before night in 18. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll be retired by then. And he'll go back home. I don't know if that's reassuring. That's what I said. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go. Gina's going too? What? You're taking Gina to Paris? Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what will become of her? I suppose he's worried she'll slip back into slipping her hands in people's pockets and purses. Oh, so he's like her dad now. That's adorable. That's actually adorable. She'll be successful for sure over there. Oh, well, that's good.
I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Mr. Naruto. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh, of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, you hear me? No, of course not. I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Till all this is over, at least.
Oh, did you just call me a bloomin' diving diva again?
She'll love blondes, not Mingling and pickpocketing certainly. Wow. I did not expect that one. That's a new one. Why is that a freaking... Why are they Legion? I guess because it's just a big city in Paris. Maybe that's why. So you heard that, did you? Right, well, any questions about the scene? You can put them to my capable detective diva here.
Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Let's Trade is in charge here now.
Again, wow. Biggest city in France by far. I suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you got a new dog, have you? Oh, it's so cute! So cute, so cute, cute, so cute! Oh, I love it, my soul! Oh, it's such a cute little puppy. No, absolutely not. You cannot eat the puppy. No, I forbid it. It's so cute. Oh, pet, 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 pet. It just deserves head pats forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Isn't he great?
What was his name?
Oh, how delightful. He's absolutely adorable.
What in the world are you talking about? Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not so lovely Inspector Gregson's that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Yes, it's a cute, adorable dog. Who wouldn't be happy investigating the scene? Gina, were you actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again? There we go. Yeah, alright, if it's around here, you can do what you want. Oh, that's a right, is it? I want to play with me new friend here. Ah yes, Toby. He knew what he was doing. I said no, and he didn't listen. Look at the cute puppy. Toby is adorable.
That machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume. I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind.
Sorry, I can't go up there. Sozu? Sozu? Golly.
Oh.
It's like I told Odo yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What was it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Is that what you're thinking of? That's the one. The one where them lot are allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something? The forensic investigation team? Is that what you were thinking of? That's the one, yeah.
But isn't it the case that the special disposition has been lifted?
I think so. I don't really get it, but to be truthful with you, you're still supposed to get permission from some bigwigs or other, as far as I know. What was his name again? Lord Strange something? The word strange. Is she calling him strange? Maybe Strongheart? Yeah, Lord Strange? Maybe? That could fit. She is, yeah. I'm like, it's either Van Zeeks or Strongheart. But yeah, Strongheart's been the one with the Lord. So it might be him. Huh.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina. I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps.
Okay, so it is Strongheart. Or both. It could be both. It would make sense.
That's the one, yeah.
Apparently, he's always watching them tell us something. Yeah, that is Strongheart. Ha 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 ha, so funny. So without Lord Strongheart's express permission, we can't investigate on the stage. Today's trial. It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me, that. You know, being in court and not spending the whole time worrying about to be found out.
You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you?
Yeah, and Odo's made things odd for me every single time and all. Just doing my job, Gina. But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. Oh no. Power. She's getting a taste of power. Oh, round trip, yeah, I went through all the VODs. It counted surprisingly lower than I expected, though I might have missed some. Wow. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix.
The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruto's client.
Oh boy. Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't. Wow, Ryunosuke. Don't push it. I'm just gonna say, if you push, you will be banned. And I mean it. Don't try to do stuff to get you timed up. It's the boss I feel sorry for. Sent off to do the impossible.
What do you mean?
He's supposed to arrest the other cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all. You know, that dodgy engineer? What's his name again? Mr. Drebber, you mean? Unch? Anooch? Is it Anooch? Anooch. Ha 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 ha, so funny. Is it Anooch? Drebber? This is what gave her right to play. He already did, technically, so that's our... He wanted Plants vs. Zombies, which I already did. Enoch. 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 Drebber. Okay. Just making sure I'm like... I was like, I'm not saying it right. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be. Yeah, but it's been 2 weeks, remember. No, you already did already, so... And no, I'm not encouraging it. So don't even. Enoch, okay. Yeah, it's just sometimes you forget. It's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He says it giving him a gut ache.
Oh dear, I do wonder if that isn't actually from all the fried food.
Yeah, Gregson's been eating a lot of fish and chips, so you know. He might need to change his diet. Yeah, Paul, does he have better options in France than fish and chips? Because golly, he needs something else in his diet. The engineer's whereabouts. There's more than just a baguette in France. So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck. He's really funny looking. Got 2 eyes what don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I'm sure he'll be doing better over here. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or something. Nothing. The old devil's got it. Sorry? Who? You know, that scowling reaper would always glugging down glasses of that blood red plunk. That is... Do we agree that what Gina has just said is a perfect textbook definition of Van Zieks? Like, that is, it is a textbook definition of Van Zieks. I'm amazed. Good job, Gina. Holy moly.
Oh, Lord Van Zieks.
Mine's the cheese of the dried sausage. It might be worse. Oh no. Oh no, Gregson. See what is it? See the people who help you with the food. They'll help you with your diet. I said with that much wine. I think he makes it himself. He's a baron. So I wouldn't be surprised if he owns some vineyards and he makes his own wine. Because he seems to be the type of person who would only want great wine, as they say. Yeah, he has kegs too, so I think he makes his own wine. He's always at it in for me, that cove. Don't know what he always scowling about, mind. No, that's just his face. Probably would have been a pretty good boss, as it goes. She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee. The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally bad off with both. They called Van Zieks a demigod. Oh boy! You know Gregson is nearby. Not many wineries in England, though. Yeah, but not he is rich, so do you think he would be able to purchase land in France, then? Like, have a business there to get there? Where the heck does he get all that much fruit, right? One fruit, 8. Gonna cut one keg. I don't know, I'm saying a whole thing. I don't know. Think she's doing it on purpose? Maybe. Suppose you're right. Hadn't thought of it like that. Oh, you could definitely import. So yeah, maybe? Like I was gotta say, he's definitely either has a winery, has a vineyard, or he's buying from France. I would 100% believe he would get stuff from France. He would get the best wine. Italy and Spain usually are the main big places for it. Yeah, and I wouldn't be, since he is a baron, he is from a wealthy family, so anything's possible. I'm just saying France, since in this game, I swear everything talks about France. It's very low voice for someone who's only 17, I remember. Well, her voice changes. You have to remember, every time I voice Gina, it changes. I suppose you're right. Hadn't thought of it like that. Glad we put that one to bed. Anyway, the point is everyone's at the yards dead set on finding the fishy engineer. The south of France claimed in the north of England, so no wine. Huh. But yeah, it could be, as Val said, it could be Italy, it could be France, it could be Spain. I'm just assuming France, since it's been talked about so much in this second game, that I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how her accent is. What is it, a Cockney accent? What is even Gina's accent? I'm not even sure. Great Ace Attorney Gina accent. it's heavily Cockney. It is Cockney. Okay. Alright, give me like 2 seconds. I'll listen to a video. I don't think I'll get it right. Very heavy in any case. Accent. I don't think it's professional. Don't even. You're overestimating my abilities, man. I don't even know how I could do a slight Irish accent. I'm not saying that it is accurate, but I can. Just like I could do a slight German accent, that doesn't mean it is quote-unquote accurate. Alright, come on, dude. Holy moly. No one. You can do it. Okay. Look up a character called Inidra, English VA. She does a good accent. Okay. What is Indra? Oh my goodness, English VA. What is it from? Let me calculate for something. Wow. Oh my. Oh, she let the fist do the talking. I don't something other than just being on. Here, I can let you guys hear. I just gotta mute the music before I put everything back on so that we're not listening to two things at once.
I'm Indra. I don't have any of those weird, crazy powers. I let my fists do the talking.
Let my fist do the talking.
So, who's in the market for a walloping? Work or what have you?
Wow, that is the most British sounding. Got a walloping. What are you talking about? My gosh, golly.
You don't go home happy with that sun bloodshed. You bastard! Nothing can stop me.
Oh.
Give it up. You.
Characters have an EA version. They have accents. Well, it makes sense if she is supposed to be British and has a specific Cockney accent. It would make sense to do so. Oh, I've heard some Scottish, but it's like taking Irish, pushing it up. And I think Irish and Scottish are kind of at that level of, what in the world am I hearing? It's something. But that'll be for another time. Oh boy. Alright, hang on. I gotta turn my fan on. It's too warm in here. But yeah, that is a British accent, if I've ever heard a British accent. Like, there's a Scottish character too. Oh boy. You can do it. Well, I don't know why she becomes Irish. Don't ask me why it becomes that way. I, for some reason, can do a slight Irish thing, and I don't know if it's just because of what words they are, and sometimes I struggle with my and talk fast. Yeah, I'm like, golly. Let's slow down for a second. It's the same thing with deaf people in sign language. When they're really excited, they just go, and you're like, slow down, I can't catch up. There's in Portuguese. Wow. So they have a lot of European voices. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh, but there see no. Oh my gosh, but there seem to be no clues to go on. So they're stuck. There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all. Toby the dog. Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina?
Oh, don't be so flaming rude, Odo.
Slightly overreaction, don't you think? Ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's, how'd you put it? Adorable? Oh yeah. A bona fide detective. Sorry? Well, Russian is technically European / Asian, depending on which side of the country you're looking at. Because if you look how they cut Europe up on maps, it kind of like a small bit of Russia is considered in the Europe part of it, and then the other half is part of Asia. Don't ask me why. I'm just basing it off the maps I've seen. That doesn't mean I am not Russian, so I can't speak on. A Russian can say it's what kind of Asia content. Yes, it is. That is true. Kind of, it's not actually split. I'm just talking about how they cut up Europe. It's such a weird thing. Let me see. And it might just be how I have seen it. Yeah, like this. Here I can show real quick. Not the biggest deal. Hello? I want the other one. Thank you. Oh, I want the other one. This one. So, close that one. Yeah, I'm gonna like I said, I don't think there's any changes, but yeah, this is how a typical map will look. I don't know why, but yeah, see? It's a weird, like, South America is America while not being America. Well, that's just one side. I don't know. I'm not the one who named them. Ask the humans who made them. But yeah, see? This is how... What is chat? Oh, we were talking about Europe and how some maps have Russia cut at a certain corner when they show Europe. That's all. So it was showing Europe. That's all. Nothing crazy. But hello, Leo. Hello, hello. Anyway, meet Toby, the cute little dog. Isn't he adorable? Sorry? Give him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you. More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he? Yes, he is best boy.
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
Yeah, isn't he so cute? The police recruit dogs now? Were dogs not part of police work until later in time? Someone from Eastern Europe would have taken offense. Crazy. It just seems like reference to slaves. Yes, it does. Yeah, if they want to tell me, that's fine. They weren't at the time? Huh. Anyway, when it comes to, like, their Europe, Asia thing, if they want to correct me, that's fine. Like I said, it is both. The country is both, from my understanding. I just base it off when I looked at a European map that had some of Russia is weirdly in the Europe map, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. So either way, if they want to correct me, that is fine. In a reasonable manner. You just see Eurasia. Yes. Yes, to me, it's just a thing. You have to remember, I'm looking at the maps that I've been given understanding from the human language. This is what I have. Well, one of the human languages. But to be honest, time doesn't add up. And from space, probably. Yep. Yeah, it makes sense. But like I said, I don't know what the lines are. I don't know what in Europe, what the Europeans consider Europe's line and what turns into Asia. Which varies for the modern day game. Well, who knows? It's not like this one is completely accurate to every single time period, so who knows? It might just be at this particular moment in time.
I heard that they're already being used officially in Germany as part of their city policing.
Okay, so Germany is using police dogs. So I guess there it is, being used as early as the 14th century. But is that being used in England, or is that just in general from some other country? Because just because they started being used in the 14th century doesn't automatically mean England uses them. Apparently Germany's started using them. So I guess it depends.
They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have such wonderful sense of smell after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself, as it happens. What? France? What? France? Was the first one in the 14th century? Wow, everything goes back to France. What the frick is happening?
I could tell.
Ryanosuke. Was bred specifically for protective purposes? Maybe? I'm not reading that. Ryanosuke. No. Absolutely not. That's nothing compared to this fellow, Odo. Oh, really? According to what the boss said. She's told me you've got a good whiff of your drawers. He could chase the scent to the other side of the world. He is so cute. What? To the other side of the world? You mean he could swim? Yes, dogs could swim. Well, most dogs.
Mr. Naruto, I think you may have missed the point. By a rather large margin.
He did not have soulless eyes. It is a dog. They always have soul. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill. I'll tell you, Odo. There's gonna be more in... Okay. I'm telling you, Odo, there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future.
Yes, I agree.
Right. One of these days, they'll be barking orders at a slot, not the other way around. Oh no, they're gonna take over the world.
Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much.
Well, anyway, whatever you're thinking about, Toby here is Britain's first police dog. Some would say lesser souls, but depending on dog. On the dog and the human. I don't think so. They are just adorable beings of joy that should deserve all the head pats and love and food that they deserve. The first again, the reference just doesn't stop. Yeah, it does not. What do you mean? It's so... Toby is adorable. Leave Toby alone. Found him down the east end the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the street. I'm so angry. I want to find that person that did this to Toby. What the frick? Don't do that. There you go. I knew she lifted him from somewhere. What the frick do you mean? She gave him a home.
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Which is more sensible? Oh, boy. Alright. Don't even have basic decency. No, they do not. and it makes me angry.
Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned.
Yes, and there was what was left of the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident.
Poor Professor Harebrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this.
Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Oh boy, Naruto. Ouch. I'm a bad person. Yes, you are, Ryunosuke.
Ah, the Crystal Tower.
No, it said Germany. It didn't say Russia, it said Germany. Or what I mean when I say something to shows that it was of their heritage. Oh. Yeah, it said Germany, not Russia.
I can't believe I'm seeing it at such close proximity with my own eyes.
You've really been looking forward to the great exhibition, haven't you, Mrs. Sato?
Oh yes, when I found out that I had to return to Japan, I'm afraid I cursed my luck.
But here you are, back in London, gazing up at the magnificent tower.
I know. Perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly.
Okay, I guess we gotta go bother, Strongheart. Natural's favorite character. The early 19th century to 1920. Who is that? Is that who we're looking for? That looks like a lab coat. Oh, who's that standing beside Lord Strongheart? I'm not kidding, Natural. You really have a thing for silver foxes. Like, golly. Stay away from my man, oh my gosh. Oh boy. The young man of the court, you had some success this morning, I understand? Yeah, we got a champion of the court. And you've thrown the entire government into disarray as a result. Thanks! Oh, you mean because of the Professor Harebrain's experiment? Shame science being demonstrated at London's great exhibition. The country's been made to look foolish, and now politicians are scrambling to respond. Lord Van Zeeks is in Whitehall as we speak, giving an emergency briefing. Oh dear, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I told the truth, so get over it. None of this is your responsibility. The government is entirely to blame for being taken in. Yay! He agrees with me! The special dispensation that prevents investigation at the scene will be annulled later today. Once that happens, my forensic investigation team will move in and deal with that scrap metal in no time. Wow. He is efficient. It's scrap metal now, is it? I do not know who you are. It's not a monocle though. So I don't think this is Drebber, right? Looks like a doctor because of the snakes.
Till later then, Lord Strongheart.
I don't know. Doctor, just the snakes. I saw this and I'm like, at first I thought scientist, but then this makes me think, because this is the doctor symbol, is it not? I can't remember the meaning right now, but I swear that's the doctor symbol. Till then, Lord Strongheart. Yes, thank you. Well, someone's gonna be important later. Double-headed snakes. Yeah. Who was that? That was Dr. Courtney Sith? Scotland Yard's esteemed chief coroner. Oh, so we're gonna get to know her well. Great. She seems like such a warm, inviting person. She's leading the forensics investigation team handling this case. She was just delivering her report about the victim, in fact. Oh, I see. About Mr. Asman. Hermes symbol, I think? I'm pretty sure it is Hermes. So she's the one doing the reports. Yes, she is. So this is gonna be fun. She's gonna be as friendly as Van Zeeks, right, everybody? Following the outcome of the trial earlier, I asked the coroner office to reevaluate its findings. I don't have time to tell you what she concluded. If you want to know, you'll have to ask her directly. Why? You just never have enough time. Very friendly. Yeah, Van Zeeks is so friendly. He just stares at us and waits till we leave to not annoy him anymore. Okay. You can find her in the forensics laboratory. All right. Now, what were you here to see me about? I'll give you 7 minutes and 39 seconds of my time. Not enough time, yeah. So he's not running quite so spectacularly late anymore. We've ever met. Yeah, guess so. Hello. The forensics investigation team. What exactly is the forensic investigation team that you mentioned before? The British Empire's police force must become the most exemplary in the world. For that to happen, it's imperative that we embrace forensic science and everything it has to offer. I first created the forensics investigation team a year ago now, unofficially, of course, to pave the way.
Goodness, a year ago?
At the next month's symposium, I intend to present the results of their work to the world. Once I do that, the House of Lords will be powerless to oppose the creation of a full-scale forensics division. I'm just liking you more and more, Strongheart. You're doing a great job. We already have dogs. Yes, you have dogs. Once that happens, the position of Attorney General will be mine, and the criminals will suffer dearly. Oh boy. Husband of this world, but more reliable. Yes, but also he knows his ambitions. He's smart. Yes, he is smart. What do you mean? For too long, those scoundrels have been made a mockery of our legal system with false evidence and bribes. But London scum is about to be rounded up and burned in the fires of heck. Wow. I intend to see it to it personally. By creating the finest police force the world has ever known to protect our honor and our future. Look at those eyes. He means every word. Dr. Sith is an extremely reliable coroner. When I officially establish the forensic division at Scotland Yard, she will run it as my right-hand woman. You really want Strongheart to marry you, holy moly. Now then, speaking of the symposium, Miss Mikotoba?
Yes, my lord?
Your father should be on the high seas as we speak, making his way here to represent the Empire of Japan.
Yes, that's right. I understand he will arrive at the beginning of the next month.
Are you acquainted, Lord Strongheart? Oh my... I don't think he said burn down the wheat, though. But yes, I think natural like silver foxes, with ambition. With Professor Mikotoba, I mean. It was many years ago now, but yes. I remember Dr. Mikotoba very well. Really? Oh yeah, didn't he? Was it? I think it was probably the discussion with Dr. Wilson during that time. And, yeah, but she's trying to... getting different results on YouTube. Oh boy. Well, I'm not that big of a channel yet, so I'm harder to find. My memory serves, it was some 15 years ago now that your father came to Britain as a visiting student.
It was the year I was born, so yes, 16 years ago, in fact.
Wait a minute. You're telling me Miku Toba was a student? Was a visit? So he had his daughter while he was in college. Wow. Where is that? You're at least honest. That's all I can say. You're at least honest about your type. Nothing wrong with that. It's just funny. But wow. I'm kind of impressed. So, was Miku Toba already married at the time? Because she was born 16 years ago. Huh. I know, but I'm just kind of surprised that he was married at the time. I guess marriage was earlier than I think. I'm probably thinking from a modern point of view. But yeah. That's just kind of wild. But she must have been pregnant before he even left, so why would he leave his wife who was pregnant to go overseas to be a visiting student? That seems not good. Mikotoba was a young practitioner of forensic science, and Jogoku accompanied him as a young, promising judge. What in the world? Maybe they weren't aware? Maybe? That is a possibility? I guess it takes a whole month, so who knows? Ambitious, and he was young, but he most certainly regretted it afterwards. Probably. Because it's taking Mikotoba a month to get here. So I don't know, maybe she found out after he left. I'm going to look up how to say this word. Punctilious. Showing great attention to detail or correct behavior. Unplanned birth, probably. Probably. I'm just wondering, when did he get married? Right? Because Susato, if he had her when he was a college student, it's making me wonder, because how old is he now? We can see how old he is now. Mikotoba? Are you not in here? Guess not. I gotta look it up myself. Yeah, when he was in college. Let me just... grade A's attorney... Toba. I need the other one. Is he 42? I want... Yeah, he is 42. So if it was 16 years ago, if we get back to Japan, because of the pregnancy, so if we 42 minus 16, so he was 26 years old, so actually not as young as I think. So he must have went to... So he was 26 years old. Huh. And hey, no one can say it's never too late to go to college. He did it. The punctiliousness and politeness of the Japanese at the time impressed us greatly. And none of... Are they? Were they? Huh. That's a good starting point for marriage. I don't know. I guess it depends. Because sometimes having a kid makes the marriage or destroys it. When it starts out that way, I mean. But I guess it also can happen in between. My point is that is the median age. Yeah. So he actually was well along in his career. Not that I wish to imply impoliteness or carelessness on your part in any way. I didn't think that you were. Dr. Mikatoba studied forensics at one of London's large hospitals. Well, you turn from our point of view. Yeah. So it is very surprising that he did have a child at 26 during that time period. But hey, still very interesting. Kind of sad for him, but lost his wife through the process. That is true as well. Saint Sinners, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Seth was also there then, as it happens. Huh.
Then Dr. Seth knows my father, does she?
She was a young medical assistant at the time, so I doubt their paths crossed regularly. But I have no doubt they knew each other superficially. After all, Dr. Mikatoba was here studying his subject for some 6 years in total. So he didn't see his daughter until she was 6 years old? Wow, Mikatoba. Wow. Please tell me you visited once in a while when you went home, because that makes you look really bad. 6 years. That's a long time to be studying abroad, isn't it? Hello, hello, hello. I'd have gone back personally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would hope he would go visit. I'm just like, I hope he did. It doesn't say he didn't, but it's like, you know, he left her with her grandma. Mikatoba. What the frick are you doing? This is your daughter. Go see her. If his wife passed away from it, he should see his daughter even more.
I lived with my grandmother in those years.
Oh, and there's our answer right there. So he left his newly born daughter behind and went overseas for 6 whole years. Even Ryunosuke thinks that he's being dumb.
It was a rather turbulent time at home.
I think that's an understatement, Sasato. Oh.
Nup's father wanted a reason to get away.
Were they fighting? Pretty sure after some time the grandma did eventually pick us out of England. Well, something was happening at home, so was there a fight? Huh. I wonder. What happened at home to cause him to want to go away? What do you mean? Why? The loss of his wife? Maybe. But still, coward. Yeah. It is cowardice. The daughter needs you. Well, we did see a doggo. You missed the doggo. His name is Toby. He is adorable and is Gina's best friend. We'll head back. He should still be there. Well, clearly something was going on at the time. Lord Van Zeeks. I wanted to ask you about Lord Van Zeeks, actually. I heard that his older brother was killed some years ago. Oh wow, we're going right into that, are we? I forgot. Golly. By a mass murderer known as the Professor, who targeted nobles and royalty. Is that right? You forgot what happened. It's fine. You Japanese are a thorough lot. You've done your research well. Yes. And you could say it was that very incident that gave rise to the Reaper. Protect the fool. Yeah, that is... Yeah, I was gonna be... I agree with you, Paul, that Mikatoba shouldn't... I see nothing wrong with him wanting to study to further his studies. But go home to your family. Write letters to her. Do something. Don't make the grandma have to go out of her way for the child to meet her own father. That's ridiculous. What? Why? When his brother, Clint Van Zeeks, was murdered, it was just after young Brooke had graduated from the University of London and became a prosecutor. My father and his apologies and bitter jealous. It's fine. Well, especially back then, back during what this time of year it is supposed to be, I'm assuming he was not, there was not, assumingly the wife is the one who's supposed to take care of the children and be loving. But obviously the wife is not around, then you gotta step up. Well, sadly this whole game can get, it'll reveal so many questions and backgrounds. Well, then we'll keep on trekking. So let's keep on trekking, we'll get more. When obvious criminals who manage to evade conviction in court start disappearing, rumors quickly spread throughout the capital. Londoners started to say that wherever Brooke Van Zeeks went, the ghost of his dead brother wasn't far behind. Are you saying that Clint Van Zeeks is killing wrongdoers and following his brother like a ghost? Really? Oh my word. So Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper? It's the ghost of his brother? What? So I guess I can say later and make a total realization why it took so long. Yeah, that's fine. We'll find out there. That would be cool that his brother is actually the one behind everything. It'd be interesting. Spirit mediums exist, so we know spirits possessing and following people is possible. I didn't know if it would be his brother, though. Guess it depends. Since he seemed like a nice guy. From the picture, at least. Ever since that time, he's become a very aloof figure in London's legal circles. Golly. Oh yes, Lord Strongheart. Go ahead. It's about Professor Harebrain's experimental machine. We'd like your permission to examine the remains, if possible. Are you well versed in science, then? No, but I have a chat with me that could probably help me, right, guys? You'll back me up. To say I'm well versed in science to Strongheart, right? Right? Not in the slightest. In fact, you could say I was barely aware of the subject at all until recently. Thanks, Natural. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate your support. Oh, I appreciate the support. Well, the special dispensation legally prevented investigation of the machine is currently being annulled. Ugh, words. Within a few hours, Dr. Sith's team of forensics experts will begin their own investigation. But I suppose until then, there's no harm in you looking at the wreckage, as long as you touch nothing. Oh, well, hey, that's probably useful information. As, to help with a frickin' attorney. Ace attorney, as they say. Thank you. Being able to look at it is better than nothing. And I'll be able to see it, too. Hey, it's okay. You passed, didn't you? So you know some things. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me now, I'm afraid. My next engagement calls. Well, Natural, it's time to say goodbye to, one of your favorites who's gonna be gone for a while. We're extremely sorry to have troubled you when you were so busy, my lord. I have some important matters to attend to in preparation for the symposium, you understand. Bye! You don't want to say goodbye? Yeah, like a fish knows something about the land. We'll find out. We're just gonna look, so it's even better. Alright, let's go. I'll go to the laboratory in a sec. Takes so long to appear. Yes, he does. Anyway, Eldridge, if you want to see the doggo, I can show you the dog. Here's the doggo. From One Piece. Oh. Here, I can show you Toby the dog. Look how cute he is! Look at the little tail wag. Look at him! So cute! Yeah, there's a cute little doggo. He's so cute! Really properly, oh boy. I still love this. What is this pose? Alright, now I'm satisfied I got to see Toby some more. Alright. What do you mean? Oh boy. It's like, go get him, Toby. Yes, that's what. Oh boy. Alright. Investigating the scene. Gina, we were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you want, what you like. Oh, that's alright, is it? Oh! I'm gonna be playing with me new friend here. What she said. Oh my gosh. Ah, yes, Toby. So cute.
The machine that exploded must be at top of those stairs, I presume.
Well, I already went through this. It's like I told you. Technically, I guess, but it's not even anything. Anyway, can I do anything? I got permission. I did. Okay.
Actually, I've just recently been able to see Lord Strongheart.
You what? You met him? Last time the boss was called to go and see him. He waited for 3 hours at the Cole's office and came back sniffling. Tragic.
Well, Lord Strongheart's has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing.
Oh yeah? Honestly. Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. Oh, come on! So you're still saying this is all above board, are you?
I'm sure everything will be fine.
That really would be tragic. Alright then. Them's the stairs, off you go.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Airlight door was compared to regular. Huh. Bop, 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 bop. Away we go. Let's go and see what we can find out. Looks the same the last time we saw it. Alright.
Oh my, so this is the machine that was used to deceive people into thinking instantaneous kinesis had taken place.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Or it was the machine. It's a little worse for wear at the moment.
What extraordinary lengths Professor Harebrain went to in order to obtain the research grant.
No. The professor was strict as well. He didn't know anything about it. And they squishy. Oh boy.
Yes, of course, it's amazing though, isn't it? The scale of the whole affair is so very British.
You're right about that. You'd never see such a grand deception in Japan, that's for sure. Huh? What? Sea doggos? Huh. Yeah, I guess that would... It kind of fits.
Oh, look, is that?
Oh, our friend! Buddy! You miss us, right, Van Zeeks? I know you miss seeing us so much.
Lord Van Zeeks?
So, I think we're more or less done here, aren't we? Shall we, Mrs. Sato?
Already?
He is the Reaper, remember? We do well to keep our distance, I think.
But we have permission to be here, from the top. We're perfectly well allowed to investigate this machine, as long as we don't touch anything.
From the top? Do you mean Lord Strongheart?
Exactly. So we can stay here and stare at this wreckage for as long as we like.
She could have been at the center of the explosion here. It wouldn't have been... And it wouldn't have been her steel will. Like, you'd have the guts to say that to his face. Probably not. Okay, no, just kidding. Well, yes, because you can well, Van Zieks is someone who has small patience. His patience is very small. And I can't... You're gonna go and say that to him? Oh boy. They're not in one hand. That seems to happen. That is true. Just to his face. Oh boy. Hi! Least approachable man in the world winner. 10 years in a row.
Be strong, Mr. Naruto. Your country and your assistant will stand firm behind you.
Thanks, Susato. Lord Van Zieks. Hello. What? Well... Beautiful weather we're having, isn't it? Oh no, you're going with the weather? This is worse than I thought. Jeez, so it's constantly... Oh boy. Oh boy. I thought I was making it quite clear that I didn't want to be disturbed. Apparently, you Nipponese are unequipped to read the signs. Excuse you, we have permission. Oh, I read them. I read them. So what are you doing here? Entry to this area is prohibited. Well, the thing is...
Lord Chief Justice Strongheart granted us permission to investigate, on the condition that we didn't disturb anything.
And yet you've managed to disturb me. Oh, he's a peach. We love you, Van Zieks. You are... The game would be nothing without you. One-on-one when you're nervous. Talk about the climate. Yep. And it doesn't make it anything. Yep. Never mind. State your business, then. Come to think of it, there's quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Van Zieks about. Hello, Molly. Glasses do want to be clean. There we go. Now I can see everything clearly now. The rain has gone. Which is we want. There are quite a few... Okay, there are quite a few things I'd like to ask Lord Van Zieks about. No, not least of which is that awful case, even though it has nothing to do with this. No, but I think weather is literally just the first thing you can think of when you look around. You're like, oh, I could talk about the weather. And it still makes it awkward.
Ask away, Mr. Naruto. You won't know unless you try.
Do I really want to start with the brother? Let's talk about Enoch Drebber. Are the police trying to locate the engineer, Mr. Drebber, already? Sure, that goes without saying. We're very keen to see him found as well. Make him sad. I don't think he's going to be sad, more that I think that the sword that is at his hip is going to be implanted into me chest. And I would like to not have that. Ryunosuke is not going to have a good time. The trouble is, we don't have much to go on aside from the description of the man we heard in court earlier.
Which, according to Professor Hairbrain, was of a tall, thin gentleman who had straight white hair and wears a black monocle.
Sort of, if it's around this is England, it'd be fine if you duel, oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna say, what do you mean? Yes, Ryunosuke has a sword, but do you really think he's fast enough to pull out the katana? You really think he's that fast? He don't have no training. Van Zieks has probably been training all of his life. So I was just wondering, I mean, I realize it's probably not possible, but,
very much like any more clues you can give us.
What does that mean? What do you mean, Natural? I don't know if he's had any training in swordsmanship. Wow, Sasato-san, you really know how to take the bull by the horns. Fine, why not? I have a photograph of the man here from an investigation 10 years ago. Oh, he looks crazy. He looks like the Reaper. He looks like a Grim Reaper. He's even got a cross. I believe in him. We're made to be drawn quickly. I guess. Maybe it is possible. What do you guys think? He looks, like, well, he looks trustworthy. Yeah, I was gonna be like, Anki? It kind of looks like Anki, doesn't it? It does kind of look like him. I can kind of see the resemblance. What? Oh, no, nothing. I was just surprised that you'd share that with us. Why are you poking the bear? Ryunosuke. We all need the man's testimony in court tomorrow, which means we have to do everything we possibly can to track him down in the short time available. So why wouldn't I show you the photograph? Because you've been difficult before? What is it about Lord Van Zeeks? Sometimes I just can't work him out at all. Poke away. Will it be to talk about his brother? I'm not ready. The photograph of Drebber has been entered into the court record. Photographic print of the engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber. It's hard to make out, but he appears to be wearing a monocle with black glass. Did black glass exist back then? You gonna meet yet? Oh boy, I'm ready. Sorry, awkward up as his. Oh yeah, your brother Clint. So, Clint. Was the name of your older brother, I understand, Lord Van Zeeks. You need ponies. I always have to be on guard whenever you're around. So you've been investigating me, have you? Well, he took that better than I thought. Paint black glass? No, I don't think he would paint it. It's the one that, like... What is the... it blocks out light? Oh, no, it's not like that. Well, alright, it's a bit like that. I have my 3D glasses ready. Oh boy. They did, like, the color glasses in churches and stuff. Oh, so it's the same thing? I don't know if it was a different composition of glass. My older brother was also a prosecutor. He was the pride of the Van Zeeks family. But tragically, a vicious killer took him from us. Is that his brother's? Is that why he's holding it? Why it's on his chest and he holds it? The professor, you mean? Ryunosuke. Why are you laughing? It is his brother's? Huh. Different but still the same science, you know? Okay. Just was curious. Is something funny? That's the extent of what you've discovered, is it? You shouldn't be surprised. Sorry, there's more to it then? Luster work is very much your trademark, isn't it? You're too kind. Are you going to tar all Nipponese with the same brush next? So tell me, what's your interest in that historic incident?
As it happens, Lord Van Zeeks, there's a rather curious case that's come to our attention.
So what is his brother war? So yeah, it might be his brother's. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy my content. Jonathan, thank you, I appreciate it.
Are you aware of Madame Tussaud's Museum of Waxwork by any chance?
I am, naturally. I believe that since last month I featured in one of the displays there for public scorn. There's a Van Zeek's display? I kinda wanna see it. Of course the infamous Reaper of the Bailey would have to be exhibited, wouldn't he?
Well, a particular waxwork has been stolen from the place and held for ransom.
For his brother more than him. Well, his brother seems like a nice person, so, you know, it makes sense. Since he was smiling in the photograph. Tells you a lot about a professional photograph of this time period, and he's smiling. So Clint seems to be a nice individual. So it's very sad that he's not around. My goodness, Val, you really love Esmeralda. Golly. Like a complete opposite to Van Zeek's. Well, apparently Van Zeek's was a more happier person before his brother passed away. So his brother dying probably solidified this cold, cut-off, vampire-ish persona that he has. Particular waxwork, which... Wait, you mean... Oh, I forgot that the wax one that was stolen was the professor. I completely forgot. Wow, so that's why he's connected to this case, is that the Professor Wax statue's gone. Oh boy. Yes, it's the Professor. Mr. Slum is investigating the case as we speak. I was unaware of that. You can see it like that. But no, even though when he was alive, my guy could barely smile even for a family photo. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean he wasn't just because he doesn't smile doesn't mean he wasn't more welcoming, in a way. Because I have met human beings who, you know, their face just has a resting frown, but they're very nice individuals. I just think he became more closed off than he was before because of his brother's death. Yes, humans are very weird. He's turned as white as a sheet. Oh, hello! I almost frickin'... Well, I'm assuming you guys know who this is, right? So I don't have to... Well, I didn't say the name. I was gonna say something else. The file I requested for the trial tomorrow. Thank you. Well, I know you do, Natural. Oh yeah, this is the first time Sasato gets to see the apprentice. Are you alright?
Who is this man, Mr. Naruto?
Lord Van Zeek's apprentice, apparently. So I'm not the only one. Susato-san can see it too.
Lord Van Zeeks, may we speak with your apprentice for a moment?
With him? Why? Okay, he bowed. What does that mean? Oh, nope, he's gone.
Kazuma-sama.
Did he stop? He stopped. Kazuma? I don't believe it. There you go.
Your posture, your presence, it can only be... It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama?
Ta-da! He's alive! Do you love that Sasato and Ryunosuke looked at him and they're like, you feel familiar. And then Sasato just proved it more than anything, and he reacted. I felt something strange the very first time I encountered this cloaked figure. As if I knew him somehow. It was right. Yes. I literally said, oh, hello, friend. That's what I almost tried to say. It almost spelled out, was like, oh, hello, friend. Can it? Can it really be you, Cosmo? Wait! Too late. What's going on here? Goodness. What's going on here? My goodness. What's going on here? I can't get it. What's going on here? Lordy! Manzake was confused out of his mind. Well, yeah, he was literally, by Strongheart, was giving it up. He literally had the apprentice for Cosmo just dropped off at his house by Strongheart and said, make him your apprentice. And that's what he had to do. Here I was thinking it was her luck in disguise. Yeah, it is Cosmo. If that didn't, I've said it before, but yes, it is Cosmo. And you're probably like, how in the world did he live from his murder? Well, we're gonna find that out in a little bit, but I gotta take a quick break, like less than a minute break, and I'll be right back, okay? So you guys can sit there with Van Zeke staring at you into the void. Why is this? Oh, there. Why is it? Oh. So you guys get to have him stare at you. Unless I have his eye. Is that even looking at us? Well, I can do it now. There you go. That better? Alright, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Alright. What the frick does that mean? Excuse you. Alright, your apprentice. What is your interest in my apprentice, exactly? You act as if you know the man or something. Well, technically yes.
Since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago.
What does that mean? It means I came back. Yes, I did. What do you mean? What personality of trait does that even mean into this? What the heck? Well, Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now. No. Can I please... out for the... What in the world is that? I don't even know what that is. How they did Kazuma in this arc. With instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell you why, did he? I love it. Take a break and I can slightly get that British sound. Golly. That man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself. No, I just thought it was the weirdest thing. Because, like I said, this trial will get heavy and we can see Ryunosuke grow again. Well, yeah, of course we have to see him grow again. It's important that the main characters grow.
He has amnesia?
Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side. What? He's to serve as my judicial assistant and learn Strongheart's orders. So yes, we're going up against Kazuma. Woohoo! During a case that's gonna reveal a lot of stuff. You guys ready? He'll be in court with us? Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Oh, yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Sasada-san called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama. We had the whole situation with Kazuma. Yeah, it's right there. Ryu, not so much. Wow. I'm glad you have faith in me. I guess Ryunosuke has not convinced you. So yeah, what do you guys think of the reveal of Kazuma having amnesia?
What a terrible explosion it must have been. Even the steel girders have buckled and twisted in the blast.
And what they call the birdcage was right in the middle of it all, just here. You don't like it? It's complete BS. What do you not like about it? He got injured, assumed dead by Shloms. I did not see that. Huh. Well, I wouldn't have either. The only reason I knew because when I first played the game, I was like, he can't be dead, right? Right? Sure, and he doesn't have amnesia, because I already knew. Well, natural, you knew, but when you first played the game, did you expect that? I guess we'll find out if he doesn't have amnesia. I have no idea if he does or doesn't. That I do not know.
Look, Mr. Naruto. The metal grill on the floor. Looks as though it's designed to open.
It does, doesn't it? If the floor had opened at the precise moment the explosion occurred, the birdcage would have dropped through and disappeared from sight.
I don't think there's any doubt that this was a very elaborate hoax, is there?
That all I can look at?
Look at that horn-shaped transmitting device. Isn't it amazing?
Depending on the amnesia, but he reacted to Sato. Yeah, I've seen the deepest darkness and wrestled. And what in the world? And what are you talking about Eldridge. Golly. I was like, there's no way that this right without returning for another case. Someone with amnesia run. Yeah, I guess it depends. We'll see. Because I don't know. I generally do not know. I know what he was going... I'm pretty sure I know what he was going to tell Ryunosuke. But I'm going to wait till the game tells me so I know that it's confirmed. So yeah. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it.
Makes you think, doesn't it? If only it had just been a normal horror, none of this would have ever have happened.
That's almost exactly what I thought as well. The character presumed alive to not return later. Yeah, even frickin'... Well, even, Nia came back to life. You know. TC, if they go back to normal. I don't know about that. I think definitely he saw Ryunosuke and Sasato, so who knows? You lost all your memories and someone calling out to make something inside your head. Would you just run away? Well, I guess it depends. If he has no memories at all, he might be confused. So he ran away in confusion. Oh, what was it? I bet I can predict what you're going to say next in that case. You're about to say nothing ever goes to plan, aren't you?
Oh no, I never say something like that.
Yeah, that's why I said it just depends. I'd investigate. Well, I think it just definitely depends on the individual. I was wrong. It probably will last a week, Eldridge. I'm sorry you're going through this pain. However much I look at them, I just can't come to terms with those Tamari handballs floating in the sky.
You've been glaring at them constantly since we came up here.
Sorry, the feeling of wanting to ride in one and watching never to set foot in one are fighting it out inside me. Yeah, well, once we get into that point, that's a whole thing, so yeah, don't spoil.
But if you don't look where you're walking, you might fall off the stage.
I don't think I'd notice. That's how fiercely the battle inside me is raging. He's got two wolves inside of them, as they say.
I think you should make peace with riding in one, Mr. Naruto. It really would be much safer that way.
Yeah, there are two wolves inside of him. Oh, boy. I don't think... So those are the only things... I guess, what's this? This wasn't here yesterday.
Really? But if I'm not mistaken, it's the cage in which the victim was standing before he was apparently beamed through the air.
Right, that's the birdcage, according to what Professor Harebrain said in court. It's made of wood.
Or more precisely, Japanese cypress, I think. And despite having been in an explosion and then falling from a great height, it's relatively unharmed.
Mentioned it's a joke of like, there's two wolves inside of... it's like a weird meme where there's like a good wolf and a bad wolf, I guess. I don't know the whole... I think Natural and other ones could probably explain it better than I can. I just remember that meme is so funny.
A wonderfully durable construction, wouldn't you say, Mr. Naruto?
I understood that the forensics investigation team had taken it away yesterday to examine it. I suppose they must have brought it back here when they finished their work. I don't want to, though. Okay, then don't. I guess say it in Discord.
But sadly not with the body inside it.
No, that's right. I know we were given strict instructions not to touch the thing, but still. This is too important. A piece of evidence to overlook. We might need it for the trial. Is more than enough. Okay. The bird cage from the machine has been entered into the court record. The wooden cage that was used for Professor Harebrain's experiment, the cage with the victim inside, crashed down into the crystal tower. They should... Oh my gosh. Yes, they should not. One is evil. One is One is evil, one is good. They fight. They feed on your actions. So choose which wolf you feed. Oh, well, I guess there you go. Val said it. Something along those lines. Yeah.
You've already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruto?
Yes, yesterday, in fact. At Lord Van Zeek's office.
I see. And if Kazuma-sama is really still alive, it means that Mr. Sloane's lied to us.
Yeah, you have to think. We've been with this guy for 6 months. And Mr. Sloane's lied about our friend's murder. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's not good. I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that. You're going to have to leave now. The forensics investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. What sort of problems? Be right there if I were to explain why. It's fine. We'll find out in the thing. I'm just saying, for the ones in the crowd who did not know, back during case 2 of the other game, you know, foreign affair problems. Well, we'll just have to let Herlock Sholmes pitch his own case to us. Well, we could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Mrs. Sato.
Of course.
Alright, away we go. Alright, we're gonna go to the forensics laboratory. I guess he doesn't lie without a good reason. I would assume so. This looks like a freaking horror movie. Look at this place. Forensics laboratory. I believe this is it. Dr. Sith's laboratory. The chemical smell really assaults the nose, and there's plenty to assault the eyes in here, too.
It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we might as well do some sightseeing, don't you think?
What a seasoned tourist you've become, Miss Sato. I would hope this is not one of there's this many frickin' sauce in a D&D shop? And a full skeleton? We could just have a little look around, being careful not to upset any restless souls. It's dead quiet in here. Like, it is dead quiet in here. Look at all the bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals. That's the place. Yes, it does.
The ones here are labeled highly toxic.
That's worrying, because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there.
Oh yes, and they actually say salt and pepper on them.
My gosh, this doctor has put her salt and pepper in the same area, which is highly toxic stuff? What the frick? Move those elsewhere, not in your office.
The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometimes.
Hello. Yep, don't. Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. It's an alchemist, apparently. They're similar.
I suppose this is Dr. Sith's desk.
I would not like to work in a place like this.
It's very tidy, though, isn't it, Mr. Naruto? Imagine how efficient she must work.
Lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and this chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves.
Well, yes, those are valid concerns, I suppose.
I can just about cope with one-eyed Dharma doll watching over me, but that's all. Eye skeleton. Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. Paper can be used to calculate the salt and can be used to create. Really? Huh. It still doesn't make sense why you have to have the salt and pepper shakers in here. Western cabinet makers really are very skilled, aren't they?
Do you have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruto?
Mrs. Sato, can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope. Do I even want to know? I'm just gonna get rid of it. I feel like I should get rid of it. There we go. So that... Oh, I guess the actual desk. Look at this big, thick book here.
It appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh?
What is it?
It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but, well, one entry seems rather strange.
Yes, I am being cautious. Really? In what way? Oh my goodness.
They're running 500 scalpels every month.
That is a lot of scalpels. 500? They must be working really hard on dissected corpses.
I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened too.
See? I was right to be cautious. It does seem a bit strange, though. You're right. 500 scalpels a month. What could they possibly be using all of them for? Special. Oh, boy. Delete that faster. I wasn't sure. I don't know. I don't look at this stuff. So I assumed he was trying to make, like, oh, you make a salad with salt and pepper. Really, Natural? Really? What are you doing? Ah. Ah! Oh, and she's got a snake on her hand. Bracelet snake, but still. Sorry, we had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see? That it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Asmund's body, I mean. Oh my gosh! Stop! Stop, okay. Alright, enough of that, please.
So I came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice.
Natural. Enough. Full voice, uh-huh. But not the time or place.
Very well. Lord Chief Justice has given his consent. I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately.
I just wonder what is in her hair. Like, what a weird way to, like... She must twirl her hair around these things in her hair. Your findings.
So you want to know what the forensics investigation team determined from its examination of the scene?
Concepts. Oh my gosh.
The victim, Mr. Odie Osmond, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amidst an explosion.
Yes, Val.
And the Mr. Asmund who appeared moments later, partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion.
But that can't be right.
If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see, if two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they?
Very true, but sadly in this instance, that was not the case.
The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person.
The fingerprints of the scene make that quite evident. Fingerprints.
They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system. But one day, they will be used as an investigation aid as a matter of course.
Well, that only happens sometimes in the modern day. You can ask Phoenix Wright. Natural. Do you want to go to the realm of the shadows?
Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us?
Why not? Wow.
My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions.
Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Who are you? Huh? She has a daughter? That set up the sham experiment. Huh. Natural, you might not want to say that. We don't know how old she is, so I think you should wait before you say things like that. I don't know what voice, what frickin' voice. Okay, I'm gonna say, how about you hold your horses before you do anything?
Mama, what is this?
Where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama?
This is a lawyer, dear.
Oh. Hello. To meet you. Pleased to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. She has a whole plague mask on.
Mama?
Yes?
Can I cut this one up?
No. I'm still alive. This can't be legal, right? If she's... How old is this? How old are you? What? Guys? I think we should run. That seems like a good idea. Anything?
I've never seen an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like.
What the frick?
Of course you can't. It's a living specimen. You can very well see. Boing.
I think I just had a near-death experience.
Oh dear, Smeraldo, you're as pale as a corpse.
Then let's leave before I'm mistaken for one. I think he still wants to be alive. So what are you doing at the moment, Doctor?
Keeping a close eye on things so no impertinent Easterners think they can look around my office.
Are those impertinent Easterners around? How terrible.
Yes, you.
She doesn't mince her words, Mrs. Otto.
I think perhaps it's time we left.
Okay. Little mystery. It is definitely interesting. Oh, we get his profile. He's 35, a trickster who seems to be both an engineer and a magician. He constructed the machine for Professor Harebrain's... He looks even more sickly than I thought. Can you say what now? I guess I can see how... What is her name? Before you say anything, what is it? Sith? Great Ace Attorney. Her name... Is that her name? Attorney... Oh yeah. Is that how old? 19. Oh boy, Natural, you barely skirted that, didn't you? Holy moly, you barely skirted by that one. Where are we going now? Yes, is two soul spells here? Nope, still nothing. Scythe, like in cutting grains. Scythe. Okay. I don't know. Oh my gosh, hit the wall. But I also don't. It's, oh my goodness. Who's gonna clean this up? What's he doing?
He's... oh my, the whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematic equations.
And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Mr. Naruto. And who is this young lady? My name is Sasato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Oh, if only I had met a refined young woman like you sooner. None of this would have happened.
No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all.
Huh? It's just from what I can tell. It's still a little crazy that he put it all over the frickin' wall. Hello, Matthew.
Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't mean to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning. Yes, hello.
Oh no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete
Okay. What did he mean by that? I'm assuming if he met a woman who had a brain, he would be fine? I don't know. Maybe? I have no idea.
Professor Hairbrain? What have you been working on in your cell?
Wait, there is an equal sign in that. I don't know. Passive person. I just want to make sure that I'm not missaying that word. You should stay behind bars? Oh boy.
Oh, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand.
Oh, is it some new hypothesis? So to surpass super high voltage into instantaneous kinesis, maybe?
No, actually, this is my autobiography.
Huh? Huh?
Your autobiography?
How was I diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain? Yes, Matthew?
I found I can represent my odd fortune with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see? So it's going to be a new serial publication for next month, part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing.
You said a madman is a thin one. Give a motivating speech? First for... Well, yes, I think there is a line. Motivating speech? Well, this guy has found out that his machine that he worked his heart and soul on and got tons of money out for is a sham. And he's not giving up, so you shouldn't either. Push forward in the face of adversity. You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Who do better? You asked at the top of my head.
Oh, yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled by the pair of them.
Is your one the same?
Yeah, by Asman and by that aloof engineer Drebber.
We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? This morning's trial.
Everything I believe in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even.
I'm sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way.
No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something.
Oh?
If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you're aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed in me this morning, you know? Brooke did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution's establishing its case.
No. Brooke wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it.
Did he?
I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean.
Because you got the short end of the stick? Van Ziek's motivation.
After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there.
So if there's any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Brooke...
Hello. Welcome.
I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Brooke insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
That is true. He would have been seen as a fraud. You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
Aw, you're friends, that's nice. Oh my god. If it was intentional, then anything, what in the world is happening? Okay, Chad. I don't know, what in the world? You guys are going down a weird route.
But that kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Well, admittedly, that part of my analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
Yes, you guys are always sometimes. And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? He's kind to the people he cares about? Sounds accurate, Mr. Asman.
Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
So sorry to say, that does seem likely, yes.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written, and he said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so...
Oh my gosh, I've seen that one. What is it? Well, that depends on you. I'm gonna be very honest with you. That is a loaded question, and not one person can answer it. Not one living being can answer it as well. Emphatic and
Emphatic.
Wow, it is emphatic. Huh. I got it right. Yeah. I think people still find them looking for the meaning of life, even at their hundreds like 80s, 90s, 100s, they still are living because the purpose of life is you living the life. No, I am not doing your homework for you. I am not. I have no freaking skill in aero science. Well, you're living right now, ain't you? You have a nephew, you have a girlfriend, you have a family that drives you crazy, so I think you have a life. But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it. As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic. It probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually.
But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
All young scientists are full of hope about their Bridgian ideas, full of zeal.
Well, you don't have to have a girlfriend to be alive. Do you find joy in things? Then you are alive. I'm gonna be honest. You find joy in something, you find anger in something, you find sadness in something, then you're alive. Because you're feeling emotion.
But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to just earn a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe.
It is, I agree. And that's why we have to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Asman is no more, of course, which only leaves the engineer. If the engineer is dead too, I'm gonna be like, what the heck happened?
Mr. Enoch Drebber.
Do you guys think the engineer's still alive? Or do you think he's dead too? Is he an engineer or a magician or a swindler?
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asman first brought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine. But at no point
did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
Are they still alive? Okay, well, I guess maybe he's not, since Natural is having a big fit. What do you mean? But the very fact you asked makes me doubt myself. I'm only asking because it seems weird that no one can find him, and that a dummy was taken that looks like him. So, there's something going on in the background here.
He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There was no question that the man's a genius scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice.
No fish unless you get rid of those.
Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? I'm sorry, we only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else.
I'm not a doctor. I think that's a doctor that needs to help you with that one.
Although, just once, I did visit his workshop.
Might have a loose end. Maybe. What workshop?
Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine.
That's kind of important information that we could have used earlier.
Why didn't you mention this before?
Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. His workshop. So you've been to Drebber's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It is an enormous place, plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Which, now that I think about it, how the heck did they get the machine out of the laboratory to the exhibit? the Great Exhibition. That seems like a pain to carry. Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'd find Drebber there. In pieces? I'm just trying to think how... If it's all connected together and it's supposed to be electricity, then how do you move the wires and things inside of the machine? So you take out the outside pieces, how do you move the wire? Or maybe they built it there? Maybe. I'm just like, how do you get wiring safely from one place to another if it's such a big thing and it's connected to something? It's not like you can just pull apart the wires. Well, as you would in a way, like if you were using like a Twizzler and trying to like... Well, yes, definitely, I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. You can? But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. Because so the parts can connect. I guess. You wouldn't have the wires that long. If the wires were that long, they would be spooled to transit or have joints. Ah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Just because it's such a big machine, you know. I'm just thinking if the wires are all down here, it's just like, how the heck do you move this? A crane? Did they have cranes in the olden days at this time? I'm so sorry. I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. And you weren't suspicious at all? Hairbrain. You're a bird brain. Holy moly. If someone blindfolds you to go to a workshop, I think you need to start questioning things. Did we? They had cranes when their parents were being built. Probably not the machine cranes that I'm thinking of, but is it more like a pulley type crane then? He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then. Like 3000 BC. Huh. The place was incredible. The pinnacle of modern engineering. And even the oil he used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Are just lost pulleys? Yes, but the modern ones, cranes, have to use batteries to lift large objects. And, yes, a pulley is a crane, but you need a lot of people to move this thing. And once again, the French. France is mentioned again. And, oh my gosh. Not batteries, electricity. Don't worry about it. Then we're built different. The indescribable scent of the imported oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formula and use that instead. No. No. What do you think, Mrs. Sato? Who did machine for your next birthday? Think could at least manhandle 5 people. Really? Huh. Rosa made to do this level, let's say. Wow. Like 23 years. Well, yeah, if they're doing a bunch of forced labor, they're going to be tired out very quickly. I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruto. I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor? You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example. The man was clearly very cautious, Mr. Sato. I'm sure he would never have... Aha! Yes, I do! He gave me his business card once. It's right here, look! Let me see that. Throw that kid to the wind, why don't you? Does it have an address? It just looks something engineer. Doesn't it just say Anuj Drebber engineer? It'd work. If it's still not good. Yeah.
Anuj Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address.
No, oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Alright, let me look at this business card. What is... Huh. Oh, I'm in front of Sasato. Sorry, Sasato. This dark smudge here.
I think perhaps it's machine oil.
Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Harebrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, doesn't he? Didn't he? When Sato. Yeah, technically, we are very... she's just over here in the right corner. He said it was especially imported very high-quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right, but more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all.
Don't worry, I expected that just because there's such a tiny amount on here. There is a smear of machine oil on the reverse. Well, you said that he used oil that was smelled very, like... Oh, let's get the dog out to sniff it. Yeah, that's reasonable. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Is there any... Okay. Away we go! No. But yes, I think, Paul, you were a little too excited. Try not to backseat. About this, Gino.
Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A and E, and A to E, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble... Actually, Gina, it's the back of the car that's important.
Eh? How come? It's okay. You're just too excited about it. Who's pretty? Sasato? Gina? Who in particular?
It's just an old dirt smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is very high-quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently.
You don't say. Let's have a spliff then. You sure? I don't smell nothing. I'm trying. I know you weren't talking about me. I was asking, is it this one, or were you talking about Sasato? No, we didn't mean you should smell it. Oh, right. You mean Toby. He's so cute. He says the smell is so good that he can track people over oceans, can't he?
Professor Harebrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop.
What do you mean? I think he picked up a scent. Is it? It's adorable. Oh, hang on, I hit too fast. So you mean if you follow the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to the Dodgy Cove's workshop?
That's right, that's exactly what we were hoping.
Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. What? Wait, when did you... What's a pickpocket? I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop. I'll be the boss's boss before next week.
Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted.
Poor Gregerson. Righty then, Odo. Leave it to me. Sorry. We're gonna get going after that Dodgy Engineer Cove right this minute. to requisition the car? Technically, yes. She still could have just asked and not just grab it out of his hand. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina. I care about Gregson. He's been fun to be around. There's a cop in the background. Yeah, but I'm assuming Gina is a higher level than the regular Bobbies. So, you know. Alright, well, oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me who gets it in the neck, it'll be the boss. Poor Gregson. Again. Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have you? Come on then, boy. See you later. Oh boy.
I do hope the scent of that oil leads them to that swindler's workshop.
Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. That would be very impressive. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can do for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber.
I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Slomes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months.
Enforcement's first? I hope so too, but you know. Who is Sasados? It's a different outfit. But I like both outfits that she has. It's just the second game, so I thought it'd be cool to have the second outfit. Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful, you're right. We gotta find him at Madame Tussauds. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit.
Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual venture.
But the stairs for label is very high. What the frick does that mean? Bye, Matthew? I like both of her outfits. Alright, is Tussauds supposed gonna show up? Or is it just gonna be Slomes?
Here we are again, at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't got used to the place yet. I'd still like to turn on my heels and go straight home, via the confectionery, of course.
Salison is really after something sweet today, isn't she? Esmeralda? Yeah. What's the matter?
Look, Mr. Naruto, look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before.
Oh, hello. Herlock is here.
It looks exactly like Mr. Slome's down to the very last detail.
Because it is him. Aha!
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Oh, there she is.
Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee.
Ah, yes, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruto.
I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He's a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs.
You don't mean...
But yes, the mystery is solved already.
Wow, Mr. Slomes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough.
So as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties.
Yes.
His habitual duties?
Outdoors, do not disturb, huh? Poor Salazan, she looks very perplexed. I don't blame her. I want to see, what is this? Let me see. I asked the heavy curtains in the middle of the House of Horrors. She does look like she could be in Little Witch Academia. Oh my God. Whoever's on the other side of them, you just know it's going to be terrifying, don't you?
The sign says it's Madame Tussauds' special exhibit. It seems you have to pay extra to go inside.
I know, can you believe that? Pay more money, as if we haven't been scared enough already.
It's not my doing, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, I wanted to see. Alright, hi, Harlock.
We really do need to speak with Mr. Slomes, and I'm longing to say hello again. But where is he?
I don't know, Susato. Where could he possibly be? Okay, I guess, huh? I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually.
Oh, what? What are you...
Indeed, my dear fellows. The world-famous rare detective and waxwork, Herlock Sholmes. Oh no, she fainted? Susato-san! Susato-san! Herlock, you gave her a heart attack. What the frick? You scared her. My most humble apologies.
I thought I'd die and gone to eternal paradise for a moment. Via London.
My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Slomes?
Well, I think Eldridge, you just like Jigglypuff more than anything. Merely a secret identity, you understand? Through the case is largely solved now.
Largely solved?
We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my dear fellow. As predicted, it was easily as probable? As I predicted, it was as easy as probable pie. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial or otherwise, or any food so far today for that matter. Herlock. That stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Ah, well, do you remember I said it was largely solved? Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Well, then go get pie then. I guess just go get some pie.
Oh yes, it's the most modern invention allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away.
Yes. I'm not going to make a pie. Go ask Torio for a pie. I'm not making... Can I pause the stream? I can get a store pie. I don't have any ingredients to make a pie. And natural, why do you need me to pause the stream? What happened? The pies come in so many flavors. I like pumpkin pie. If I had to pick a pie, I love pumpkin pie. It's my favorite. Boop, 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 boop. I need to build a 3x3 Minecraft grass block. And you can't hear me? When you're building the 3x3 block? You make it... I don't know if that would be the case. I guess we have someone who likes pumpkin pie. I don't know. I don't bake that often. No. Uh-huh. Alright, I'm waiting a second. We'll see. At 2 hours and 45 minutes, I'm moving on. Every Halloween I feast. Yeah, it's delicious. It's delicious. Well, over here, Thanksgiving, we also have pumpkin pie. It's work, though. It can be fun when you work together with someone else. I just really haven't made a pie from scratch. I've made cookies from scratch. They're delicious. Okay. It has been a minute.
In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet.
This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit has always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event.
But then why steal it? Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded ransom, no?
Yes, I think perhaps. No, I was talking to you guys, so I wasn't really even pausing. What do you mean playing favorites? It wasn't even... It was a joke. And I would prefer to sleep instead of eating teeth hurt every time I chop on anything. A burger is literally next to me. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, Eldridge. I hope the pain goes away soon. The ransom demanded was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive of Sherlock Holmes. That's the joke. His name is Herlock Sholmes. He's based off... Golly, he's based off Sherlock Holmes. His name literally is almost an acronym of Sherlock. Well, it is a acronym of Sherlock. They just take the S and add it to Holmes. Sholmes. What happened? Nothing. Just that he's talking about the waxwork.
But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary?
Really, Susato? You're not helping this man. Shalom's. Shalom's. Never change. Hey, I say it that way. It's never gonna... I think it makes him sound fancy. A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Tussauds spells at any cost. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street after all. Golly. Poor Iris. Now then, do I sense that you have some business with the great waxwork? This great waxwork? Yes, I call him Herlock. I only say Shalom's when he says his full name, really. Enoch Drebber. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh?
Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. He's the swindler who duped Professor Harebrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine.
A swindler and an engineer? Quite the modern man. It's sticking for you, is it? He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on. That's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It's a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. You wouldn't have it any other way. Oh boy. If I knew something of the man's appearance at least, I may be in a better position to help. Yes, Drebber's appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, should you gladly give you my thoughts on it? We'll deal with Cosmo's death. Let's hear what he has to say. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Mr. Naruto, stay that piercing glare. What is this about?
Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship. Your words were very clear.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. I go, Shalom. Shaloms. I don't know. It's not gonna, my brain is not gonna connect that together.
You told us that it was murder. And you examined Kazuma-sama's body.
Indeed, and wherein lies the problem? He's alive. We met him earlier today. The victim, Kazuma Asaboy. You're quite sure?
He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama.
No, you had a hard time. Shaloms? Shaloms? Is it said like that? It sounds like I'm saying a French word. Shaloms?
You must have known at the time, Mr. Shlomes, that he isn't actually dead.
Well, I can only assume I was swept in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fella wasn't dead at all. Priceless. Priceless. Said it Shloms, not Shalom. Shaloms and not Shalom. Shaloms. Shalom. You're making my brain hurt. It's hurting my brain. I don't know why. I think it's just the combination of the SH and the frickin' whatever. Funny? Is it funny?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Sholmes.
Sholmes.
You must have heard of me.
Sholmes. Sholmes. Sholmes.
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Sholmes.
Sholmes.
You must have heard of me.
Is it? Sholmes. 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 Sholmes? What the frick? There's no L. Sholmes. Sherlock Sholmes, as in show. Sholmes. Sholmes. My brain. Sholmes? That looks just like show me's. That's what I see. Sholmes. Shalom. Sherlock Shaloms and Sherlock Sholmes. Golly. Yeah, probably will. Unless I listen to something. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruto? I can believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Because Holmes was said to me that way. I didn't know the L was not as silent as the same. Be said otherwise, it probably will forget. That's what happens. But not you, Mr. Sholmes. Sherlock Holmes? Yeah, I could say Sherlock Holmes. Or Sherlock Holmes. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives won't... What? Or won't to lie? Is that supposed to be won't to lie? What? Sherlock? Sherlock Holmes? Yeah, Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes or Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock, no. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. That's what's wrong with how I say it. Sherlock Holmes. My life has been a lie. What? Sherlock Holmes? Is that not how it said? I fear Sherlock Holmes. Pronunciation. It is how it is said. Here.
Holmes. Holmes.
And let me mute. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, I said Herlock by habit.
Sherlock Holmes.
See, Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
See? Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Sherlock. That's why Herlock, I have no problem saying. Great detectives are... Is won't spelled like that? I corrected the word. Yes, it did. That's the funny part. So when I look at Sholmes, I look at Shaloms, because show as in S-H-O, L-M, like L, so show, lo, E. So you have M-E-S. This reminds me of the time when my friend tried to pronounce it and he actually said Sherlock Holmes. Whoa. So is this literally said the same way as won't? Since it doesn't have the apostrophe? Great detectives are wont to lie. I'll serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you'll find yourself on the threshold of very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say. Cursed Disney movies. What? Oh, what I say, the name? I don't know. Present. Mr. Sholmes, would you cast your eyes over this photographic print?
It's of Mr. Enoch Trevor, the face of the engineer we seek.
Well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course. So looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive. What? Are you alright, Mr. Sholmes? Well, is basically a habit rooted from his origins. So is it said won't the same way as the, like, conjunction? Is it, am I saying, golly. It's conjunctions, correct? Ah yes, forgive me. Very interesting this, very interesting indeed. Won't. 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 Ominous. My gosh, it's just that I have finally said the name correctly, and now that's a problem. Why is that a problem?
Shalom.
Well, that's not even close. Meaning peace can be used, I believe, to say hello. Wow. One of them pronounced things right. I guess it's good that I said shaloms, because it really means peace or hello. Wow, that is a weird coinky dink. That is funny. Very interesting. That's very interesting indeed.
What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You've turned quite pale all of a sudden.
It was funny and adorable. And now it is snore. Oh boy. If I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruto. Would you indulge me? Oh, well, what is it? As I explained to you when we arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned. As I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from when it was taken behind those thick curtains. Do you think the engineer is pretending to be a statue? Accept it. Oh yes, the professor exhibit, isn't it? Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings, that's a special one-time only price, you understand? What? The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Would you like to see the fruits of my labor?
Oh, well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone?
The price is very reasonable, 5 shillings. I think you'll find it well worth it. Is this for you to buy a sandwich? Took a while to find the star. Ah. Yeah, weirdly enough, I literally said that he is Herlock Peace or Herlock Hello. I can't believe. That's kind of amazing. Are you being quite serious, Mr. Schlums? Surely you need only to look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness. I can never tell with you. That's the point. Yeah, that's the wrong one. That's got a dot in the middle. I don't know the different meanings. Shomes. I know it's Shomes. I just know Paul feels better now.
Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings.
Gratefully received. So the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to peruse it at your leisure. Adieu.
Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see the special exhibit.
But yes, I think the guy is here as a statue, but if he put it back, if Herlock put him back in place, it'd be weird. Lady of the Stars, hopefully. Through those heavy curtains at last. Come on, open it! 5 shillings we've had to pay. Doesn't seem right somehow that Mr. Sholmes slipped the money into his own pocket, does it?
No. We could ask Gina to retrieve it for us, using her special skills.
Pickpocketing police officers and telling detectives? Is this what makes Britain great? Not to mention demigod prosecutors taking the law into their own hands, or chip-loving inspectors.
Inspector Grayson comes off rather well in that list, I think.
Well, yes, because he just likes fish and chips. Or at least the fish. 23rd of October. Madame Tusslespell's special exhibit. His head's gone. Where's his head?
Oh dear, I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here.
Mrs. Sato, I say we turn on our heels and go straight home. Via really big confectionery.
We certainly can't do that. We've paid 5 shillings already.
True. Why is he popping out of the grave, though? Actually, now that I look a little more closely, more accurate undead, we've paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete. The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than anything else in this place.
This must be what Mr. Slomes meant when he said the case was largely solved.
Why did they take the head? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe he did fake his death. I have no idea. Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied that there'd be a clue about the engineer in here, didn't he? But where? Since we paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we?
Yes, we will get to what we paid for.
Is that fear or frustration that's making Sasato-san's voice tremble? Are you talking about the person here, or are you talking about Sasato? To make the death of this guy? Maybe.
This part of the exhibit is just as disturbing as the rest. It looks so real.
Seems to be a young man in white overcoat. Well, apparently it's a man.
And he has a large shovel in his hand, too. Look.
What would you do? I would turn around and run. Perhaps we should investigate in a little more detail. Huh? What popped up? Yes, apparently the game says it's a man. I can't see his face very well. Can you? Perhaps if I just...
Oh, do you think you should be manhandling the exhibits, Mr. Naruto?
I'd pull it back I'll put it back exactly as it was, don't worry. Huh? Okay.
What on earth? How can...
I don't believe it. A black monocle.
Mr. Naruto, is it possible that this man is...
Yes. It's Enoch Drebber. I'm guessing it's a young Enoch Drebber.
The color of his hair is different, but it's unmistakably him.
So he saw someone crawl out of... Was he a gravedigger? Can I tell you now? Is it going to be... Sure. I guess if it doesn't spoil it too much. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Mr. Sholmes! This man is the subject of your present hunt, I believe. Yes, that's right. Just who is this man? Why is he here in this exhibit? And why does the convict behind him have no head? Enoch is widely considered as a con man, and one of his greatest ways to earn money is digging up people's graves. Oh, so he graved... So I'm guessing the person he was buried alive and came out, and he got scared. The head was missing when the model was returned by the thief who stole it. Shaloms. What a surprise. So then the case isn't solved yet, is it? Did I not say so myself? Largely solved were my words, I believe. But I must locate the missing head. Tout de suite, as madam would say, or I'll be in grave danger. A very hungry iris still awaits my return to Baker Street, preferably with rations. Ugh.
Do you know, though, something about this room is strange.
You should not annoy the dead. Strange? What do you mean?
Well, the displays in the House of Horrors are supposed to depict real events, are they not?
Indeed they are, Miss Sasato. Do go on.
And as terrifying as they are, the scenes in the other exhibits are believable. But this one... This surely couldn't ever really have happened, could it?
Anything's possible. I think it's time I just educate you a little. So you can see how important he is to the case. Well, yeah. About the nature of the incidents involving the professor 10 years ago. Can disturb other family. That is unforgivable. That is true. If they aren't gone, they should be. Oh boy. Do the zombie dance? Alright. read these and then I'll end for the night. The resurrecting convict. I believe I told you a little about the professor yesterday, did I not? He took the lives of 5 victims, everyone being either a member of the aristocracy or royalty. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound and had their throats ripped from their bodies. What? I did not realize that. You better have some... Right here, something golly.
Oh gosh, an enormous hound, how awful.
After taking the life of his 5th victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain, you understand, accordingly. The professor was tried in a closed court. No members of the public were permitted. Closed court? So you mean that the professor's identities... No, I have not yet. I was thinking about it. Oh. As you surmise, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public. Hey, Natural? Did Van Zeke see... Was he at the closed trial? So did he see the professor's face before? Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sent to death by hanging. He was? Okay. I was just wondering. I was assuming because he's the family, he would be allowed in the trial to see the trial because he was directly affected by it. He was buried in a grave at... Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by, ropes. He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins the rear of the prison where he had been held. Once being in the ground. That is true. I agree with that. However, that was not the end of the affair. Oh, golly. The very night that he was buried, the convicted man came back to life. Came back to life? So he faked his death. He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts the very scene as described by the sole witness to those chilling events. Knocking, it's the only surface of what... of he done. Ah. There was a witness? But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than... the young man in the white overcoat. Enoch Drebber. He saw it happen? The young witness. So this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber. 10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of the night. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man. From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old.
It's so horrifying.
What was being made? He enacted that face. No. I'm assuming that Mrs. Tusselspells has pictures. He was probably in the newspapers, so she used that as her reference to make the wax figures. Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he had seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight. Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him. His hair is completely white. For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every page in the capital. The public was frantic for every less detail about the killer who had come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tusselspells. If that were the case. Yes, it would be, but I'm pretty sure she used the newspaper as reference.
I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Drebber was doing in the first place, in a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yes, what was he up to? Something horrible. Following the execution, the professor acts of terror through London's upper class into complete panic 10 years ago. It was great scandal, one might say. at the very highest level of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumors abound. After all, no killer had ever been before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder. The dog probably was killed, wasn't it? Oh, I hate it. Yes, I can imagine the impact the case must have had. But in time, of course, the rumors abated. So too did the talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten and dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as preposterous parlor tale. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but they probably put the dog down because the dog was trained to do that. So if someone got a hold of the dog and learned the commands, the dog could commit these horrible crimes again. And that's what's sad. Is that the professor used this dog as a weapon, which is disgusting.
But why did people stop believing it?
Why, simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as we established, in fact. What? What do you mean by no resurrection? The police investigated the grave in the Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been found following the execution. So what did Drebber see then? When the commands he made do it by reflex or when he starts to age. Tragic. Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't the dog's own fault. It's the horrible owner that they had.
No. That would mean Mr. Drebber must have lied to the police and the newspapers.
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society and has been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now, don't you think? Of course, the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life, that's not possible. But Drebber's hair is unusually white, and if that really did happen overnight as a result of shock, it's hard to believe that the incident was an out-and-out lie. Huh. Suspicious. But wow. We got even more about the professor from the Baskerville case. Wow, this thing is getting, like, freaking deep. Yes. Yes, Val. Yes, we got through a lot, and my voice is dying. So I gotta stop here. Is correcting her mistakes. What do you mean? That's what you're supposed to do. Alright. Sad times. What does that mean? Can you listen to the Arknight's version of Scottish accent before we end? I guess. What's the name of the character? Arknight's Scottish. What is the name of the character? I need the character's name. Is that really? Give me like 1 second. Why is... Okay, it's a code name. It's just a long night. That is a Japanese voice. I want English animation. Then National Scottish. What I think of it as her name. It's like, really? That's what you name her? Okay, how about this? English voice. Okay, is this actually the English voice lines? That is the unicorn. Yeah, it would make at least that. Oh, there we go. So we have her. Okay. Alright, everybody, you ready? Okay, Shloms. I gotta save again for my sanity's sake, and then, Val wanted to hear since we heard the Cockney accent from Arknights, we're gonna hear the, Scottish one.
Too hectic. Back in school, Chen Chen always had a pissed off look on her face. Made no end of enemies at first, but that's just the kind of girl she is. No time at all, she had people seeing her with fresh eyes.
Huh. Definitely Scottish. Lauren Conroy? Yes, Arknights. Yes, it's freaking... Why did they name her Bagpipe? It just seems... Why? Why? Why is this the name that you pick? It's... Do we all agree that that is a very dumb code name, nonetheless? I don't want... That one is... It's... Oh, boy. Sounds quite forced. I don't know. It's in... Oh! But yes, the name is like, really... What is it? Idol? As an Arknights? Yeah, I know. Talk 3, promotion... Talk after trust... Oh, here's the idol. Alright, I got the idol. It sits wrong with me. It's definitely something. Alright, here's the idol.
Ah, fancy that, skiving off. Oh, got me jealous. Doesn't he beat a nice hay pile for a few winks the way?
What in the frickin' world are you talking about?
Good enough, just thinking about it.
Oh boy. This be something. It'd be something. Which... This is what she looks like, apparently. More like archetypes. It definitely feels like an archetype. But yeah, this is what she looks like, apparently. It'd be weird. But yeah, that's what she looks like. It's a pretty design. Yeah, but this doesn't feel like... Yeah, it feels like an exaggeratory of a Scottish accent. But I don't know, I'm not Scottish, so I can't really talk on it. Anyway, next week, we're starting the week off with Persona 5. I don't know where we're going. I don't know who's next. I forget who's next after everything. Well, we'll be finishing up the last few days that I mean. She has the red hair. Well, Irish people can also have red hair, so that doesn't tell you much, does it? Anyway. Let's get red hair in my beard. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, Persona 5 is next week. Zenless, Hollow Knight, Ogu's in there, and then there's something else. I'll figure out what the other thing is going to be. Termina, not this week. We did it this week. Ogu will be this week though, so look forward to Ogu. Alright. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Don't have the accent that rough either. Force it or people won't notice it, to be honest. Makes sense. Elden Ring. No, that's remember, I said what it is. Alright. Thank you guys for watching the stream, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!